I'm going to talk about my other drama school audition, which was with Central Drama School. I'm not going to lie, I found their audition process quite daunting. You audition in front of your other... They say they're not your competitors. That's what they are, aren't they? You're competing against them to get a spot on the acting programme, which, as I said before, there's like, 18, 20 spots, and half of them go to girls and half of them go to boys. So they did do a little bit of a like, oh, people next to you aren't your competition. No, but they are. Like, I really don't like it when they do that speech, because I find it a little bit BS-y, just a little bit. I understand the whole thing of backstabbing and bitchiness is unnecessary and just plain immature. But at the end of the day, these auditions are just like interviews for jobs and stuff like that, which is, you want the job, you want the vacancy, you want the spot in drama school, of course, over this other person. It's just the truth. I feel by performing in front of your other competitors, competition, whatever you want to call them, it does add another element of pressure. And that's one thing I regret when I look back on my Central audition, which was, I just put too much pressure on myself. I really, 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 really did, especially with my Shakespeare piece. Central have a set list for their classical monologues. I chose Paulina's speech from The Winter's Tale. I didn't really want to go with like Rosalind or, any of the, I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to try something different, something that spoke to me, and Paulina's speech from A Winter's Tale did really do that. I do struggle with learning Shakespeare monologues. I find his phrasing, it's just very difficult for it to roll off my tongue in a natural way and for it to stay in my head. But once I learnt it, I was so proud of myself. I started with my classical speech in the audition. I'm disappointed with myself, to be honest, because, as I said before, I just think I put way too much pressure with myself. I was so overthinking it. I think that's the way that I would describe it. I was so like, oh my gosh, remember every single word of this Shakespeare speech. Remember every single line, every single pause. Remember to do this, remember to do that. Unlike with my Lambda speeches where I felt like I let go, I felt like with my Central speech, I couldn't unwind myself. And it's really frustrating looking back. But I guess loads of people can say with hindsight, they wish they could have done things differently. And yeah, that's how I feel. With hindsight, I wish I had let go and uncoiled myself for my Shakespeare piece. I really feel like I could have given it more oomph, but I was so in my head, I couldn't really let go. It happens. A lesson definitely freaking learned, I'll tell you that now. Did my Shakespeare speech, I did my contemporary speech, which was from a play called The Adoption Papers by Jackie Kay. I love that speech to death. And it's one of those weird things. I did the speeches and I felt happy with my performance. Obviously, as I said before, I wish I'd let go a lot more in my classical speech, but that was definitely something that I know that I will remember for next time. And then you do like a little like warm-up thing with singing teachers after that. You do your song then, and you do your song in front of your competitors. I shouldn't call them competitors, actually, because these guys were really cool. I was with a really, really nice bunch. Now, can I just say, I do not want anybody to fall flat on their face or really screw up in their auditions. There was this one girl in my audition who did not do as well as she wanted. She completely... how I said I had like a mental block in my Guildhall audition? She plain forgot all her speeches. She couldn't even get out one word. And that is one thing that I would never wish on any actor, no matter what. It is truthfully stamping, wrenching, screeching when you screw up your pieces. So let me clarify. I never want anybody to screw up their pieces, because I don't believe that that is a positive attitude that people should maintain. I just find it difficult with the whole, we're all friends, it's no big deal that there are only 20 spots and there's like 50 people at this one audition, and I know you have like 20 others this week. I did meet some really cool people. Let me be honest here. I did meet some really nice people in my central audition. Hanging out with them at lunch was really cool. It was weird. I was one of the oldest out of the lot. I'm 23, and a lot of them were 17, just about to turn 18. And so part of me was like, am I old for auditioning? But then I thought, no, I'm not. Yeah, literally, that's no speech there. Just, I'm not old. It's just everybody has different paths, you know, walk to the beat of your own drum and all that business. As I said before, I didn't like performing in front of others, not because I'm shy. I think you can sort of guess I'm not really a shy person, but just because, I don't know, like, I feel like it adds to the competitive pressure side, which is what Central kept saying. This isn't. They kept saying, you know, it's not a competition, you know, you're not against each other, think of each other as friends, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, like, I feel like by performing in front of each other, you are building that type of competitive atmosphere. That was my personal opinion. People may, you know, differ, but that's just me. I did enjoy, obviously, seeing some people's speeches. I felt it was really, really, really good, and it's really nice to see, you know, what other people have worked on. But personally, for me, I prefer the auditions where it's one-on-one, or should I say like 3-on-1 or whatever, where it's the directors of the drama school and it's you. My personal preference. Yeah, that's all my drama schools I auditioned for. So I auditioned for Central, Guildhall, Juilliard and Lambda. And hopefully this year I'll be applying for a lot more. The main reason why I didn't apply for like all of them in London was I did apply for Juilliard, which did cost a lot of money. And, you know, applying for drama schools isn't cheap. It's like £50-60 a pop. I do want to apply for Juilliard again, but that's if I do have the funds. But I definitely want to apply for like Rose Bruford and other schools like that this year. So yeah, you know, wish me luck, keep my fingers and toes crossed for me, and, you know, I hope my videos have been helpful about my experiences with auditioning for drama schools. Yeah, that's that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye.